Well, greetings and welcome in to Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 109 today. Really glad that you're with us. Let's dive in, clothes-free living for all of the right reasons. But for now, let's head out to the latest report from Andy Rogers and her husband, Tom.
Hi, this is Andy.
And Tom on our winter on Perfect Tour 2025.
Well, it was a year in the making, but we finally got to visit Helios Nudist Association, which is east of Edmonton, Alberta. So we had planned our visit last year, but I got very sick, and I did not want to spread that nastiness around. Well, Friday night, we participated in karaoke, and later that evening enjoyed some time with many of the members around one of the many patio fires and parties that were on the grounds that night. Saturday was a gorgeous day, so we spent some time at the pool. Sunday brought some rain, but that was just fine. I had 12 women join me in the clubhouse for the I'm Perfect presentation. I was introduced by Georgina, who was my contact for setting up our stay at Helios. She presented me with $250 from AANR Western Canada region to help with expenses on our trip. What a generous gift indeed.
Leaving the grounds the next morning, we both wished it was closer to home so we could visit this place more often. Well, until next time, we'll see you down the road.
The very terrific Andy Rogers and her husband, Tom. What amazing work they do. Andy with women in nude recreation, and Tom meets with the guys when they go on these trips to these resorts. And we will hear from Andy and Tom a whole bunch more throughout the summer. As they visit a resort, they submit a report, we get it on the show, and we thank Andy Rogers and her husband, Tom Rogers. Well, you are listening to Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 109 today. Really glad that you are with us. Let's enjoy this hour together. Clothes-free living for all the right reasons. And I don't know about you, but I think I hear some music. Do you hear it? Let's listen for just a moment. Yes, there it is. I hear it. I hope you do too. That can only mean one thing. It's time for the great, the terrific, the completely over-the-top, fully clothes-free, and completely smiling, our naturism correspondent, Lisa Monroe. And we're debuting at this coming Wednesday, July 30, 12 noon Eastern time, so look for that. There are no time limits put on the Wednesday shows. It might be shorter than an hour. It might be longer than an hour. It just goes week to week, and we'll figure it out as we go. Lisa Monroe, are you excited beyond belief for our show together?
I am very excited about this. And, again, we've had people that we let the patrons know first, the people on Patreon, and they were really enthusiastic. So we hope that everyone will be. And, it'll give us a chance again to get more in depth about things that we talk about on this show. So it'll just be a continuation of this week's show. But just a little side.
Yeah, it'll be more. Well, not only more of us, it'll be all of us. Only us.
Yes.
People have requested. All right, so that starts this coming Wednesday, July 30, 12 noon Eastern time.
It certainly is, and I think the key thing here is that a show that was very popular thought it was just fine to bring someone on who owned a nudist camp. So,
yeah, exactly.
There was nothing bad about that. It was not a late night TV show with the censors in bed. It was right out there for everybody. So it was normal.
Yeah, we thank you for that, Scott. We will read your lengthier one on this coming Wednesday, and we appreciate you very much, and we appreciate the other gentleman who must remain nameless for obvious reasons. And Lisa Monroe, with that, we are going to have to head for the hills. We're going to get to part one of my interview with Gary MUSSELL, longtime advocate and huge backer of naturism, nudism from the SCNA, also the president of AANR-W for a while. And looking forward to that. You'll be here at the end of the show, though, right?
Yes, I will.
All right, go out there and have a great clothes-free half hour or so. We'll see you in just a little bit.
I'll do so. Bye.
All right. Bye. Well, you are listening to Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 109 today. Really glad that you are with us. We enjoy this time together. Even if it is vicariously, we just enjoy being with you, and I know you enjoy being with us today. Enjoying clothes-free living for all of the right reasons. And now let's get to part one of my interview with Gary MUSSELL, longtime president of SCNA, past president for AANR-W, and also an author. So here we go, part one with Gary MUSSELL. So let's welcome from Southern California, Gary MUSSELL. Good morning, Gary. How are you today, sir?
Good morning. Doing well. How are you?
Not bad. Just wondering if you're tired, because I'm almost worn out just from reading your resume because there's so much on it. I don't want to say you've been around a long time. That would be rude, but you have done a lot, haven't you?
I don't know the word no. I think that's one of my character flaws.
Well, plus you probably had the bad habit of showing up for meetings on election night, right?
Showing up too often.
Yeah.
Show up at the meeting, opening my mouth and getting volunteered. Yes.
Just give us a quick story. How in the world did you find naturism and the joys of it and why it works so well?
I always kind of had this sense I wanted to try it since I was a kid, but I lived in a fairly strict home, and so I never really got many chances. When I got to be an adult, I married somebody who had a very bad body image, and she didn't want to try it. But I said, okay, I'll find a way. And there was one day when we all went down to the beach in LA to look at tide pools. I had a 7-year-old at the time, and she loved tide pools. And we went down to Paradise Cove and walked north because that was where the map says there were tide pools. And we kept walking and walking, and we came around a corner. There was a beach there called Doom Cove Beach, and it was several thousand nude people on this beach. And my wife said, "Oh my God!" And I said, "Oh, this is kind of cool." And the tide pools are down here. Let's just keep going. And my daughter at the time said, "Yippee!" And she threw her bathing suit off and went running down the beach. And we had to run after her. But at Thanksgiving, they all had this secret, and I had this secret, and nobody talked about it. And finally, one day, my youngest sister got mad at me and said, "Well, at least I'm not a nudist."
Oh,
And the whole room got quiet. And oh my God! And now, I replied, "Yeah, what would you like to know about it?" And that broke the ice. And then we said, "Well, okay." Afterwards, I found out my sister kid. They said, "By the way, we skinny dip at home." I didn't want to tell mom either. So that was my mother just said, "Oh, whatever." Yeah, you've probably seen thousands of people nude. I said, "Mom, probably closer to 100,000. And she rolled her eyes and said, "Don't say it anymore. That's fine." So, we all have those out moments, those moments of terror of being nude for the first time on the beach, and the moment of terror coming out to somebody you know. And afterwards, you get through it. It's fine. Nobody cares. Lightning bolts don't hit. You're not just inherited. You're fine.
The very terrific Gary MUSSELL, longtime president of the SCNA, also a past president for AANR West, and also an author. And on next Saturday's show, which will be episode 111, part 2 of my interview with Gary MUSSELL. And before we head out, not for the rest of the week, but only for 4 days, because Lisa and I will be together on Wednesday with our brand new Wednesday show. But let's bring back in our naturism correspondent, Lisa Monroe. Welcome back, Lisa.
Oh, good to be back for a few seconds. And by the way, I promised you brownies, but I didn't bring them in because I knew your time was short. So there's brownies in the lobby just for you.
Well, are you sure they're still out there? You've been in here for a while. They might be all gone by now.
No, they're still out there because I made them promise they wouldn't have but one until we got back out there.
All right. I'm going to hold you to that. If
Yes,
not, are you willing to make another batch if they're all gone?
of course.
All right.
Anything for you, Frank.
Oh,
Yeah, gets me in good.
that can go in so many directions. We probably just better stick to the show here.
I think so.
Really great to talk to Gary MUSSELL. Just a wealth of wisdom and knowledge about nudism, naturism, AANR, the whole deal. And I'm really glad we got a chance to talk to him. I know you enjoyed it as well.
Oh, I did. Just hearing some, his experiences and his thoughts about naturism as a whole and how we go forward. It was fabulous, and I can't wait to hear the second part.
Yep, and that'll be coming up next Saturday. And in the meantime, you and I will be coming at everybody live and ready to go. I shouldn't say live. We'll actually record it before we put it out there. But 12 noon Eastern time on this coming Wednesday, July 30. And that will, our listeners will have to adopt new habits now. We have them in the habit of 6 a.m. Eastern time on Spotify every Saturday morning for now 109 straight Saturdays. But now you got to add another habit, and that's 12 noon Eastern time on Spotify every Wednesday. I think they can handle it. How about you?
Yeah, I think they can. Let's hope they can. And I think it'll be fun for all of us. It'll be a little bit more relaxed and also a little bit more in depth than what we've been doing. So let's just go talk more naturism.
Absolutely. With that, Lisa Monroe, we're going to head for the hills. Go out there and have a great clothes-free week. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Everybody have a great week as well. And be sure to come see us on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Well, you've been listening to Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 109 today. We give you a brand new show every Saturday morning, 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, and on most Wednesdays, 12 noon Eastern Time. Continue to join us. Check us out on our website, nakednudistandnaturist.com, Spotify, Google, Amazon/Audible, Apple Podcasts, and also on Twitter. You can write us anywhere, anytime, any place. And we thank you for being with us today. Plan to join us for every single one of our shows here and have your clothes off when you're listening. We have our clothes off when we're broadcasting, enjoying the naturist life.
We celebrate clothes-free living for all. Remember to enjoy being naked and join us again for Naked Nudists and Naturists.
We drop a brand new show every Saturday morning, so come back and join us. Have your clothes off when you do for Naked Nudists and Naturists. Have a great clothes-free day.